Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So are we live now?
We are. It is running live on Facebook, and the feed will catch up to us here in a minute.
Perfect. And we do have our guest in the waiting room, ready to come on as soon as we get a few more people on here.
Yeah, I think we got a couple right now. We got 4 or so.
All right, perfect. I see that I'm on the screen. Hi, everyone on Facebook.
Yeah, anyone can submit a question for us or for CFX down in the comments. We will see them and answer them as we get them. We also have emails coming in with questions that we have stacked up from the week.
And we'll be adding Josh and Tabitha pretty soon to the feed. We just want to get a few more people on.
So what's new, Doug?
Excited. We have a lot of new things going on with Fear Expo. It's been an exciting week. A lot of new vendors signed up and haunt owners. Wow, we've really had a lot of new buyers registered this week. Super excited about what next week, and as we get closer to the event, how full this virtual trade show is really going to turn out to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We have some cool features we're working on, and I can't wait to demo them.
I can't wait for you to show them to me.
Yeah. Well, soon.
Yeah, I think on our side of it, we're seeing more and more vendors contacting me, and basically once we give them the demos, they're ready to sign up. So that's a whole different thing than in the beginning, where it was show them a demo and then recontact a couple of times. Right now, basically, we're getting close to the show. They know the cutoff is coming here at the beginning of March. So we're seeing a lot of vendors sign up right away as soon as they take the demo.
Yeah, the cutoff's coming up soon. We have to design booths, and it's hard. We don't want to deliver a booth product visually that's not up to their standards. So we have to cut off at some point before the show happens.
Yeah, I noticed as I was going through the demo the other day, almost every room in the Fear Expo portion is filled up already. You're going to have to add some more rooms.
We can do that. I hope. Well, it's a good and a bad thing, but it'll be better for everyone. If the more the merrier.
Right, exactly. And that's why I'm super excited about our guest today, CFX. I mean, they not only have one of our first rooms that we started, they have a room that's built into a suite. Yep. And I mean, what did you end up doing to take a room and turn it into a whole suite?
It was a lot of cool imagination with their products and having to develop some cool hot spots to display the stuff properly. So we tried our best to make everything pop with everything they offer, and I think we figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, how many products does CFX have that's coming to the show?
150 at least, maybe a little more. I can't remember which, but it's up there. It's up there. They have a lot of products that you'll be able to interact with and add to your cart or shop or make a purchase order or basically a wish list of what you want from them.
I feel like we're talking about them. Why don't we go ahead and invite Tabitha and Josh out here and we can talk to them?
We can. Let's do that.
Oh, we got a sideways view.
Oh, we like it.
Oh no! I'm gonna fix that. Oh no! Or let's see here. Let me see if I can fix it on my end. Or how did that happen?
I don't know.
Because it wasn't like that beforehand.
No, we didn't have it like that earlier.
No. Oh no. Let's see here.
There we go. Fixed it. That's good.
Technical difficulties.
We're gonna see.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Had to take it out of the cradle and shake it a little bit. Just
now
like a baby. Just kidding.
Now it's only Josh that looks sideways.
Yeah, with my old back, that wasn't going to happen for very long. That was about the longest you got that amount of flexibility out of me.
I'm actually really surprised.
So how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. I'm glad you guys decided to join our little Q&A today in Vendor Spotlight.
Absolutely. We're very happy to be here. We are very excited to be part of the first Fear Expo with you guys, and we're really thrilled to see what our stuff looks like in a virtual walkthrough kind of a exhibit hall situation. I'm thrilled. This is a first for me in this kind of virtual expo, and I hope people are out there are just as excited as we are to be able to participate.
And yeah, I'm excited because, like Chris was saying earlier, our catalog is so extensive. We have so many different products that we like to show off that most expos, virtual stuff can't handle our product line. And so really excited to see that, we found a place that can do all this for us. So when you guys attend the show, you'll be watching and seeing all of our latest stuff.
And Chris, I know there's a lot of information and data coming your way with all of our stuff. So thank you for your patience for dealing with that as well.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I tell you, every time I go into your room and I'm doing another demo for another vendor, and I always go to a couple of the masks and hover over the hotspot, I'm always excited to see what new Chris has done with new material that you guys have sent us. So I just can't wait to that suite is complete. And I know Chris, he told me the other day, he said that yours and Froggy's Frog is the two that he wants to get done the quickest because he's just so excited about how much stuff you guys are putting in there. So
awesome. Well, we both have a lot of stuff. And now that you mention it, we did do a whole character for Froggies that we unveiled at IAPA in 2019. So I got to reach out to Scott and see if we should get together and put a standee in there for you guys. But
Nice.
yeah, we did a whole character based off of their Frogzilla mascot.
Oh, that's really cool. I think that's
the concepts, the build, the unveiling at IAPA. So that was a lot of fun. So maybe you'll see him floating around the
maybe a good cross promotion between the two companies.
I like it. I like it. And we're all about that. We have plenty of space to do that kind of thing. Outside in the hallways, we have all kinds of area where people can walk through before they go into the rooms. And then before you even get to the hallways, we have lobbies where we can do all kinds of special events and cross promoting and putting different characters there. So the nice thing about the virtual experience is the sky's the limit. If you tell us you want to have a mask hanging from a star, we can almost do it. So that's what's exciting about this. Why don't you tell me, you guys have actually done the demo. What's one of the things you like the most about Fear Expo and the unique way that we're bringing this virtual experience to life?
Yeah, do you want to answer first? Well, personally, it's the first person interactiveness of it, to be honest with you. A lot of people have done virtual trade shows in the past, and they're dealing with what they've got. And for a convention or a trade show that's not specifically like panel oriented, granted you are going to have classes, having the ability to walk around on a show floor is an experience that a lot of people are missing, specifically about going to trade shows. Of course, they're missing, seeing all the vendors, but actually being able to walk around and see everything. So what you guys have created with Fear Expo, which I'm really excited about, is that sort of ability to walk around from booth to booth and physically see everything that's going on that you would sort of see in person at a trade show. So I think that's cool and unique, and that's what's really exciting to me, and being able to see all the product that way.
Yeah, so for me, my issues with virtual trade shows are keeping people's attention and giving them something to entertain themselves and make them feel like they're at an event. When you go to a trade show in real life, you're taking time off of work, you're doing that kind of stuff, and you're involved, you're engaged. And that's what Fear Expo feels like to me. It's a lot more engaged than just looking at pictures and, let me click this link to go to this thing. It feels like you're walking around, kind of like playing an old school, video game.
Yeah, so, kind of reminds us of playing Doom, but a little bit less.
A lot of what Tabby said.
Well, I guess it is kind of scary. Yeah. It's a hot convention, so why not?
So that's what I really like about it.
That's great. Yeah, and I think a couple of the new features, like what you're talking about, the ability to really feel that you're there. We're adding some new photo op features with view through. And so people are able to maybe even take a picture from their computer or their phone, a selfie, maybe with one of your masks on there. And we haven't even unveiled that to you yet. So that's some more stuff we're working on.
That's a cool feature, yeah.
So we have a lot of new features, but I think I have to say my favorite is, and this is coming from a buyer, the buyer side of all this, is I love the fact that I can go to a virtual experience and be able to do a purchase order and send you that at the end of the day, and know that you're going to get it. You're going to contact me. We're going to follow through with a sale, and I'm going to have some cool masks by the time my hunt opens. That's what I think is the coolest part about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Being able to make this sales.
For us, that's really important too, because one of the reasons we love to go to the trade shows is to make that connection with our customers. We don't consider people who buy from us just buyers. They're our customers. They're part of our CFX family. And so to make that connection is something that is really meaningful to us. And so, we can sell masks all day long digitally or, via our website, but actually getting to be able to reach out to that person and be like, hey, so I noticed you want this mask, or I noticed you wanted this modification. What are you doing? How can we spice this up a little bit more? And being able to make that connection is really something wonderful. So being able to have those purchase orders at the end of the day are really great for us too.
Yeah, and so it's nice too, because you can be looking for a mask, and we modify a lot of our masks. A lot of times we'll be at the trade show, we'll be talking to someone, and they'll be looking at a particular mask, and they'll be like, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking for, but what I really want to do is this. So the ability that the expo is going to put CFX to be able to reach out to that customer afterwards and be like, hey, I know you were looking at that mask. What do you really want to do with it? And then we can still walk them right through. It'll feel just like a regular trade show where you are connected to us, and you're not just clicking links and going to a server somewhere.
Now, I know we're going to be talking a lot about virtual trade shows, and we're going to have a lot of questions. coming, but I actually got a question for you about if you end up going to, let's say, an in-person trade show this year, because I do know quite a few of them that are getting ready, and fingers crossed that these in-person trade shows are gonna happen, and we're gonna get back to some kind of normalcy. I'm so excited about being able to travel. My question for you is, are you gonna one of the things that I hear a lot is people want to be able to put a mask on again. Is that something that you see that's going to be able to happen at a regular in-person trade show, being able to put a mask on this year?
This year, no. It's something that we here at CFX have been talking quite a bit about for the trade shows that we do know are happening this year. Any masks trying on will be done by CFX personnel, and the masks that we are trying on are going to be limited. Thankfully, we do have a wonderful collection of mask movement videos on our YouTube pages, as well as our Facebook page. So whatever masks we may not have the ability to try on, we do have videos for. And same thing though, we have over 165 characters and thousands of ways to modify those designs. So we can't bring every single one of those designs to Transworld or to San Diego Comic-Con or to Mask Fest or a lot of other physical conventions. So having those videos help too, which is another reason why we Fear Expo is going to be really good for that, because you'll be able to see those as well. Unfortunately, you won't be able to try them on, but no one's really going to be trying masks on at all this year except for us.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've never worn a silicone mask before and you come to the booth and you're like, hey, look, I want to buy this mask, I'm dead serious about it. We're going to let you try it on, obviously, and not, if it doesn't fit you, not make you committed to the sale. But random try-ons, yeah, that's kind of a thing of the past for right now. I would love to return to it. The masks are easily cleanable.
Yes.
We're not really concerned with the actual try-on process. Yeah. It's the whole optics of the situations right now. Absolutely. So eventually the mask try-ons will come back. This year we're going to say no. I'll try on any mask that you guys want.
And Josh is really good at that. Yeah, if you our live streams.
If you want me to try something on for you so I can kind of show you the movement of it, I'll be honest with you about how it fits and how it wears and let you kind of do any of that kind of stuff. So the staff will do try-ons for this one. Again, if it's one of those things where you're like, hey, I'm buying the mask, let me put it on, then, obviously it'll be a case-by-case basis, but the general term will be no try-ons. Yeah. And
like Josh said, we do have the ability to clean them out, but we're just trying to make sure that we're abiding by all guidelines.
Well, and that's one of the things that I'm really excited about the virtual show is those of us who bought your mask before, we know how they fit. We know how great they are. Basically, we just got to decide which one fits our theme and get an order into you and get it to our haunted attraction. So correct. Super excited about that.
Yeah, and at that point, we kind of had that advantage, In the old days, it was always kind of like, oh, well, what is it? Why is it so expensive? What's so special about it? So it'd be like, put it on, let me show you. Now, like you said, most haunt owners, they know what they're getting with the CFX mask. They know the quality of them. And it's just picking your style. Yeah, it's a matter of seeing the new designs or new paint schemes and figuring out what works best for you and your attraction this season.
That is great. Chris, do we have any questions yet?
Yeah, we have one that came in. Can you hear me? It says, your masks are incredible. How long does it typically take to make one?
Well, I'll go ahead and let Josh answer that question since he is our mask operations manager here at CFX. We call him Mom.
Yeah, so I am Mom here at the shop. Again, that's mask operations manager. And I'm responsible for basically the design of the new sculpts, getting them sculpted, getting them through the mold making process and into production, and then finally getting them painted and any paint schemes approved through them. I actually hand inspect every mask that leaves the shop here, unless it's a sick day for me. Then I have someone that helps me out. But so I'm the mask guy. To make a mask, it's usually about 16 to 18 hours of work on each mask. That's after the sculpt is done. So assume that we already, we came up with the imp right here. The sculpt is done. We have a mold ready to go. From the time we start pouring the rubber till it leaves the shelf to the customer, 16 to 18 hours.
Okay, nice.
Each one is, every mask is handmade. Obviously we've streamlined the process, but there's an individual person that works on every part of the mask. from casting the mask to patching and seaming the mask. And then we have a wonderful team of painters that hand paint every mask.
Every single mask. So every mask that comes out with that imp pattern is all done by hand. And he's up there. Yeah, we love our paint team because
and that's not a stencil. That's
all freehand.
Hand draw every circle in there and then shade in and fade in. It's one of our most basic masks. We sell a ton of them, but it's also one of the hardest paint schemes.
So shout out to Jen and Sarah and Brooke and Jeff and Lindsay for being our amazing paint team and drawing circles on imps all day long. Among many other things, of course.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Can you mix and match different elements of each mask together to make a unique one?
Absolutely. Like I was saying, we have over 165 original designs. That doesn't include any of our licensed things that we've done. So any of our stuff for Game of Thrones or our Hell Priest figure right now. That's 165 original characters that we've created in our catalog and thousands of ways to customize those guys. So for instance, this is our Bathory mask. She is actually modified from our female Roxy mask and our Jakul mask. So features of Jakul, so the brow and the ears have been put on our feminine female Roxy to create a companion piece for Jakul. We can take, like I said, the face on one and put it on the body of another. We can take ears of one and put it on another. If you want horns, if you want wounds, if you want hair, pretty much the sky and your budget is the limit to what we can do here.
So we just recently had one of our famine masks leave the shop, and the person that ordered it literally ordered every custom add-on that we make. And so that's an ice cream cone, wooden stake, a brain flap,
a hammer to the head.
Yeah, like everything. And so these are all add-ons that can be added to any of the masks.
And actually, if you want to scroll that way, we have boards over there that show off modifications. But absolutely, we can pretty much change anything on a mask that you might happen to need.
Wow, that is amazing. That is so cool. How long have you guys been doing masks?
CFX, it has been in business since 2006, so going on 15 plus years now.
Really started making the mask in 2007.
Yes.
Really came to market and really started pushing them around 2008. We were one of the founders of the silicone mask industry. It was us and SFX, which was based out of LA. They're no longer in business. We've managed to withstand the test of time. And yes, here we are still making them in 2021.
And for those of you who don't know, CFX is located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the other LA, as we like to say. A lot of people think that we're based out of Hollywood or out of California, and that's not the case. Josh and I specifically are actually from California, and we joined the team at CFX officially going on, 2 years ago now.
Over 2 years ago.
And we were actually started as consumers of the product, and long story short, we ended up joining the CFX team, and it's been a great ride so far, and we love slinging the silicone.
So yeah, I met the owners of CFX Transworld in 2007. Back in the Chicago days, hung out at the booth all day long trying to get a discount, like every single day. Like, come on, it's way too expensive. I can't afford that. It's just a mask. And yeah, so just kind of hung out, and I inserted myself. And it kind of became a joke every year that I'd come by the booth and I'd hang out for at least 15, 20 minutes. And then the joke kind of became, well, if you're going to hang out at the booth for so long, you might as well sell a mask. And then I actually sold a bunch of masks really quickly. And after that, Kenny was like, all right, that is what you're doing. And yeah, so then we just kind of started tagging along. Tabby and I both own a haunted attraction that we're in the process of moving from California out here to Louisiana. Right now, so it's not open right now, but yeah, we're haunt owners, and so that's how we kind of got our start with it. I loved using the mask in the haunted house where I was from. Makeup artists were very expensive. All my former makeup artists, I love you guys, but yeah, you guys were way too expensive. So I had to find a way to save some money. We were doing 60 actors a night, and so I would use about 18 to 20 masks, and that would cut one whole makeup artist out of the picture. And it ended up saving me a lot of money. And so, yeah, that's one of those things. I'll go over my class that I'm going to be having.
That's actually a perfect segue.
Yeah. I'm writing up the class right now, so I have a lot of stuff in my head. But yeah, so I will be doing a class March 19th for Fear Expo. incorporating silicone masks into your haunted attraction.
Yeah.
I have already signed up for that class. We have not released all of our classes yet, but we're going to be doing that this week. We're looking to release them by Wednesday. We're just waiting for a couple stragglers to give us their details. And then starting then, we should start filling those classes. The nice thing about it is—
I'm a spoiler. You can't tell me anything. I just blab it right out. Blah, 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 blah.
I love it, though. Starting Wednesday, we're going to be able to have people sign up for their class, all the classes. So it looked like we had a little glitch right there for a second.
There was a smidge of a glitch, yeah.
Yeah. So what is your favorite mask, each of you?
That's one of the hardest questions I get asked. So one of my favorite masks happens to be our most versatile, at least for women. I have two favorite masks. One, I'm a little bit biased because it's Josh's mask, and the other one just because of how versatile it is for me. I love our Roxy mask, the one that we were just talking about, because she can be a female vampire, or she can be an amazing mermaid, or she can be a crazy clown. So we have our Tessa Zombie, which is based on her as well. So I'm biased because I like how versatile she is. My second favorite mask is actually our Yorick, the skull mask. It was one of Josh's first.
The very first mask I ever bought. Bought it back in 2009, 2010, something like that. It's still in perfect condition. I use it as much as possible.
Yeah.
But
so I'm a little bit biased because it's one of the first masks I ever saw him in, outside of the latex ones, and so I have a soft spot for that one. But also, it's a really cool mask. It's a skull.
And so for me, it's the Imp. The Imp is my favorite. This is my mask right here. I have a yellow one with black spots as well. I'm working on getting a gray one right now. Yeah.
Nice.
That's an in process one. I gotta wait for that one after all the transfer orders come through. But yeah, no, the Imp is my favorite. It fits me very nicely. It's a super comfortable mask to wear. Other than that one,
I mean, there's so many, you guys.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard. And, Belial is a classic. And I also really like the new Cthulhu that we have. I had the original Deep Spawn with the big heavy tentacles. And then Cthulhu is actually the replacement for it. It's a little lighter fit. And it actually fits great.
That one is really cool. I have not seen that one yet.
Yep.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
hey,
so
Chris.
and it's hard when you work here because you'll see new paint schemes come along and you're like, oh, I never imagined that one in that paint scheme. You're like, put that one on my list to take home. Yeah.
There's way too many. I'm thankful that I get to come to work and play with these every day. That satisfies a lot of wants to have these in my own collection, because we have a lot in our personal collection already, because we do own a haunted house. So we do have quite a few of our own masks, silicone and latex. But so yeah, being able to come to work and play with these guys on a regular basis definitely helps satisfy that need.
And I was a mask nerd growing up. I collected latex masks before the silicone mask came out. I had a huge, I still have Rubbermaids full of them that they're just sitting rotting at the house because I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, I've always been a mask guy, so it is kind of a dream job.
That's awesome. Chris, do we have any more questions?
Yeah, other than masks, what else can you create?
Oh, wow.
Funny you should ask, because we can do a plethora of things. We are known for our silicone masks, but we also do a lot of silicone body parts. We have a full kit of guts that fit inside a Bucky skeleton. So if you are doing escape rooms, we can do all the innards you might require between hearts and brains and tongues and small intestines and fingers and ears. Or if you want them just for props for your character, if you're doing a photo shoot, if you're doing a small independent film, we can do other props as well. For instance, here is a completely resin, so a hard material axe, like Josh just showed you. We did a magic wand. We actually did all of the magic wands for the Disney movie Godmother. So all of the magic wands that you see in that movie, we did. Josh cast almost every single one of them.
Yes.
So we do a lot of different props. We are a full service prop shop, as well as the fact that we do the silicone mask and silicone gloves. So depending on what you need, we may have already done it before, or we will happily cast you something up. Like we just cast up a whole bunch of horse poo for a TV series that we're working on. Josh had a lot of fun playing poop.
Yeah, making realistic poop all day.
Our job is the SHI apostrophe, other exclamation points. But yeah, so we can do a lot of different things, and we like to do that kind of stuff. The masks are great. They're a whole lot of fun, but we like doing film work too, or independent prop projects. Whatever you might need, we can probably do it.
We get a lot of orders from escape rooms for like the brains and the hearts. We can embed magnets into them. We can cast them in certain weights and certain materials, so we can make them either buoyant or so that it'll sink. Depending on what your puzzle is. You name it, we can do it. Part of the Godmother project, we did animatronic wands that actually wiggled, and we also made the wands light up, as well as making all the rest of them. And then I can make poop too. If you guys want poop, I can make lots of poop.
And sticks. He makes sticks. As you can tell, this is not a real stick, but it was molded off of a
stunt sticks.
It's a stick.
Some of them,
stick.
we take some very strange requests here, so you never know what I'll be making.
That is awesome. That is really cool. I did not know you made all that either. I'm learning more today than anyone else is, I bet.
Yeah. So here at CFX, we have a CNC machine in the back. We have a full service welding department with TIG, MIG capabilities, plasma cutter. We have 3D printing capability here. That's growing right now. If you want to have something digitally scanned and have replicas made of it, we can do that as well. We have a full 3D scanning system here.
We also offer mold services. So if you just need something molded and you need the mother mold for that, or if you need us to house it, we can work that out as well. We do a lot of stuff.
That is great. Chris, anything else? Chris, I don't think we can hear you right now.
Oh, and what is the mask? What do the masks start at cost-wise, or do they vary price mask to mask?
Price varies mask to mask, but our average price range for most masks start about $575 and go up to about, I think, $775 would probably be about a good range that most of our masks sit in.
Yeah. So you get something like a skull hood or a deformed hood in the $450 price range. Something with like the Jack Nicholson Joker will get up in the $1,400 price range. Those are the far extremes. But yeah, like Tabby said, probably in that $575 to $675 is the sweet spot for a mask.
The more hair work you add to a mask, the more the price will go up. With very rare exceptions, all of our hair work is hand punched. So we have two phenomenal hair artists here who do most of our hair work. One specifically does most of the work on the masks. And so for instance, all of this hair is hand punched in there, one big strand at a time. Well, a few strands at a time, but for the most part, one at a time.
All right, one more came in. Can you tell us about the care and storage of the silicone masks? That's Crystal from Scary Train, Wilston, Florida.
Yes.
So I will cover all this in my class. Just another plug for my class real quick. But yes, there's some basic care and maintenance. If you buy a mask from CFX, you will get a head form with that mask.
And a care card.
And a care card. The best thing to do is store the mask on the head form with the plastic bag that it came in directly over the top of it. The plastic bag is just to kind of keep any dust and debris off the mask. Plastic bag will look like that. Storage would just look something like that, and you can just kind of leave it like that on a shelf. We're in frame there. Care and maintenance. Wash the mask after every use. Silicone it's a kind of very durable material. It's not going to absorb a lot of stuff, but you definitely want to keep your sweat and any funk out of it. A basic warm water and mild dish soap bath will work just fine. If it's something like the Jack Nicholson Joker that has a lot of hair, you can spritz it with alcohol and just kind of give it a little wipe down with paper towels or a lint-free cloth. That's the best care and maintenance for it, just in general. Like I said, I'll kind of go over stuff, in depth in my class and stuff like that. So I'd love for you to tune in and watch.
And care and maintenance is really minimal. You treat the mask well, it will treat you well for many years to come. The rubber on the masks is rated to last upwards of 20 years. So far, we haven't had any issues with the material breaking down, which is unlike latex, which is why we feel silicone is a superior product to be making masks out of. And it's really easy to take care of it. We do have a YouTube video on how to wash your silicone masks. And I know Josh will cover a lot of that in his masks, but in his class about masks. Words.
Yeah, so check YouTube. Tabby does a nice little video on YouTube on washing out your
I think I actually
mask.
watched this one for a hot
Yeah,
second,
it is
too.
this guy right here that she washes out. Yeah, basic care and maintenance. So our site is www.compositeeffects.com, all one word.
Or CFXmasks.com.
Perfect. And definitely check in for Fear Expo to see Josh's class.
Yep.
His class is going to be amazing, and you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. So I'll cover kind of best practices with the mask, everything that I've learned, and since in the 12 years that I've had a mask, using well more than 15 to 20 of them a night at the haunted house, experiencing rips and tears, you name it. I'm going to cover all that kind of stuff and give you a bunch of good advice on how to use the mask.
And I mean, if you think about it, we've worked in a lot of different environments with them too, between being in a basement space in San Diego in October, being in an outdoor event space in a public park in October, by being in the Bay Area in those conditions on the water or near the water.
Using the mask in all types of environmental conditions. So I'll cover all that.
We got a lot. We've been places. We've done things.
We had another question. It's similar to what you just answered. Is caring for a silicone mask different than a latex mask? But I think
so silicone is a much more durable material. It's not going to rot on you. So it's not like you have to worry about cleaning it out. I know a lot of latex collectors are really paranoid about putting latex onto a styrofoam head form. Don't have to worry about any of that. You can shove whatever you want into it to store it. Actually, the best practice for it is if you don't have a head form, it's just kind of lay it flat in the bag. If any creases do form on it, basically get it onto a head form or get it expanded out, let it sit for a little while, and those will go away. But yeah, they're actually very easy to care for. Warm water and soap will not hurt it. You're just not going to want to scrub it.
Yeah, latex likes to corrode and deteriorate and break down over time. Silicone won't do that, especially the silicone that we use. Like I was saying earlier, the silicone we use has a rating to last upwards of 20 years, and so far so good. No issues, no complaints.
Yeah, so
your mask is going on 10 years, 11 years at this point.
We use a food grade silicone. We don't use any additives or thinners or anything like that, so it doesn't work. Silicones basically all have a little bit of a oil and gas that they dispel after a little bit of time, but ours is it's food grade silicone, so you won't have any issues.
You can bake a cake in it.
Yep. There's no allergies. Okay. They're impervious up to 400 to 500 degrees. The owner of the company actually baked a cake in one.
He did. I wish I had video of that. I'm gonna tell Ken he's gonna have to do that again so I can get it on video. No one believes me.
Well, and next year maybe we can do a class where he can teach us how to bake a cake in one.
I will definitely add that to the class schedule.
Okay.
Imp cakes. Imp cakes.
I like it. I like it a lot. Do you have any? I have an actual question for you guys as well. Do you have any specials that you're going to be announcing for Fear Expo or at the show?
Yes, we are doing a sale of sorts. I don't know if we are clear to talk about exactly what that's going to be yet.
I'm not sure.
So
we're going to hold off on what the sale will be, but it will be one of our more substantial sales throughout the year.
Yes.
And we have a lot of stuff planned to kind of entice it and make it nice for Fear Expo.
So we will be offering a price discount on our masks and gloves. We are still going to be offering our free domestic shipping promotion that we are running concurrently right now. It's something that we started during last year, right before, right as everything was going down. And we're trying to make sure that we are helping out our customers in a time where, they want to try to get something that's going to make them feel good, but we know that there is sometimes a price factor when it comes to things. So as much as we're trying to help you guys out as much as possible. So we're doing our free domestic shipping promotion. And of course, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we include a head form with every mask purchased here through us at the shop. We don't offer usually that at trade shows because we can't bring them with us. But obviously we are, of course, extending that as part of Fear Expo. It's part of our policies anyway. But you get a free head form. We're doing free domestic shipping, and we will be announcing a special kind of discount that we'll be offering at Fear Expo pretty soon here.
And for those of you from last year that remember our Fans World stuff, we had a swag bag. I'm going to try and bring the swag bag back.
Yeah, so we're going to try to do the swag bags with any order that is placed during Fear Expo as well. So
super exciting, super exciting.
I usually have it up here, so. But yes, we're very excited.
I'm ready to start now. Let's get this going. Chris, can we open tomorrow?
Yeah, do it.
I was like, I don't know, is Chris ready? I guess that's a bigger question.
Yes, sometimes the salesperson, the salesperson is always pushing the IT department, right?
Yeah.
So it works. That's how it works.
All right. What is the process for a custom mask from a sketch?
Wow.
I do that all the time. So we just recently had I guess not just recently, it's been a little bit of time.
It's been a little bit.
But we're going to be having another one. It's called our Design a Mask Contest.
Yes.
And so every year we try to do a contest. We reach out to all of our fans and we have you guys send in sketches, 3D renders, crayon drawings, stuff drawn on a napkin at a restaurant. We get it all in terms of an idea for a mask. And if we like the idea, what we'll do is we pick 10 different designs and then we put it to the public to vote to see which one actually will get made. And then we will actually give you the first casting of that mask in a paint scheme of your choice. So you just have to have a design that kicks butt and beats out everybody. Now, if you wanted to pay for that, you could reach out to me. My email is josh@compositeeffects.com and send me the sketch. We do custom commissions a lot. I will say if it is a modification off of one of our existing masks that we just kind of do new sculptural pieces to cut and choose from other masks and go onto there, it'll go anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. If this is a full custom mask that from scratch, we don't have anything that we can build off of, and I have to sculpt it out of clay, create a new mold for it. Starting cost on that usually is $6,000 to $7,000 and could go up from there. We're currently working on a couple of custom sculpts for some pro wrestlers and for a couple of film projects. And yeah, and I think the starting cost was right around $7,000 or $8,000.
And we are, like Josh was saying, since we are currently working on some of those projects right now, we are obviously a few months out from starting any newer projects. But eight times out of 10, if you have an idea in your head that you think is going to be something from the ground up, we can likely modify our existing collection of masks into that, what you're looking for, with some slight modifications. That way you won't have to deal with the cost of doing something from the ground up and waiting that time.
Yeah. Now with the full custom build, that is a mask that you would own.
Yes.
In terms of you own the design. We will keep the mold here in the shop and we will run copies for you and charge you for the cost of the copies.
Yep.
But yeah, that'll be your design. It won't get added to our catalog. And you can be a custom character for the rest of your life, and you will be the only person with that design. And we have a few of those already in the shop.
Yeah.
We have done that.
All right, I get one more came in. It said, are you able to fit designs to different head sizes, and does that affect the cost? I know I have a bigger head than normal compared to most. Haha.
So we have right now we have 2 different size head forms that our masks are on. We have a female fit and a male fit, and it's an average circumference from both of those. Sometimes males fit into the female fit a little bit better, and sometimes females fit into the male fit a little bit better.
So our male fit masks are designed. Ideal head circumference is 23.5 inches around. They will fit up to like a 25-inch head. Before the eyes start to distort.
Yeah.
In fact, let me show you something real quickly here.
So can you pull it over?
We're gonna bring our buddy over here real quick.
Perfect.
All right. And so this is our imp. You see a lot of imps in your picture right there. It is kind of one of our first masks that we had ever produced. It's on version number 3 right now. But this guy has his eyes sealed, his nose sealed, and his mouth sealed. He's also been glued down to the head form. But the whole purpose of this is to show you how far a silicone mask will stretch. And so here, I'm going to go ahead and get to work here. And we're going to inflate this guy up. All right. And so you see, No problem right there in terms of its size. I'll put my head next to it there. Silicone can stretch up to 9 times its original size. So it's not a matter of the mask fitting over your head. In fact, the tighter it is on your head, the better it's going to move and emote. I'm going to drain this guy down a little bit here. So yeah, it'll fit. What you have to worry about are the eye holes distorting. So if you have a giant head, and there's people out there that do have heads that do distort the masks, but that's something you just reach out to us ahead of time, and we can do custom eye holes for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was entertaining for my big head in.
That was very good.
All right, one more. How do I get a sticker? My other face is CFX Mask. Is that?
Oh, our bumper sticker down here.
Okay.
So we try to hand out stickers with every order that gets placed through us here at the shop. We try to include a sticker. These were specialty ones that our GM Brett was able to get printed up. I don't know if we have any more of those in stock right now.
So we just do custom runs of stickers. You never know what kind of sticker you're going to get from us. Sometimes it'll just be our logo. Sometimes it'll be something big and fun like that. We do have a vinyl plotter here, so sometimes we do some custom stickers. The stickers are really, it's a game of chance. When they're in stock, you get them.
I don't even have one of those ones. It's taken all of my willpower not to take that one. So you order a mask, and then it's a lottery. Who knows what sticker you're gonna get? I will try to see if we can convince Brett to get more of those bumper stickers in, because those ones were a hot commodity. Because I mean, that's a really awesome bumper sticker, right? I mean, how can you not love that?
Adam Lane says, "Hey guys, looking good."
Hi.
Hey Adam. And then, do you have a mask that is universal for any scene?
So I mean, yes.
Well, any scene. I mean, so that could be toxic. That could be anything. Probably one of our realistic masks that's either zombified or has wounds on it. What do you think?
And I mean, so that question could be construed in a lot of different ways. Personally, I think our imp could be utilized in any different scene. It really depends on his paint job.
I was gonna say, you've seen 3 or 4 different paint jobs of them just floating around here.
For example, the imp with his traditional, the yellow and tattooed black pattern. You put him in a business suit and he could be, left-hand man of the devil kind of guy. You could put him in a clown costume and he's going to be,
I wear him in old Western gear and it actually works.
Yeah, he's done him up as a cowboy before. So it really depends on how you want to dress the character, in my opinion. Or Belial. Belial is obviously specifically a demon. But I mean, you can put him as an accountant role. You put some glasses on him. You can put him as more of just a follower of sorts. You can just put him in a black cowl or cloak kind of costume. But I might be a little biased. I think the imp is probably one of our most versatile characters, which is why you see him in so many different paint schemes.
Oh, Chris, you're on mute again.
He's started muting himself. Muting myself.
I have dogs in the background, so I kind of mute. What is the strangest thing you've ever created? That's the last question.
Which one do we tell them about? It's what do we want to tell you about is our strangest
tell them about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so there are some projects that we do sign an NDA.
Maybe we should stick to mask related.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick with the mask, and I'm gonna say butthole mask.
What?
The butthole mask.
So we have.
I can't look at the camera directly while I say it. I have to look off into space and kindly reminisce about the butthole mask.
We have our larva silicone mask, which somebody had requested to turn into more of. No, we don't have one right now.
I'm gonna show the base mask, and you get a very quick picture.
It's a very grub-looking mask with a very questionable frontal appendage. We'll leave it at that.
I'm assuming it comes in different variations.
That one came in one variation only.
Yeah. So it's what we take some strange requests for stuff, but we do try to stay as family friendly here at CFX as possible. And not to say that we're prudes or anything like that, but just in terms of what we put out there that we do as a company. Now, it's not to say that we haven't had, again, private commissions that I'm not allowed to talk about right now of some really unusual stuff. But yeah, probably for me, it's the butthole mask.
It's probably that. That's probably the most obscure one that we've done in a while.
And it was just a butthole.
Yeah. I mean, so that's what, so you see, I don't know if Igor's behind me. I mean, when we released the clay sculpt version of Igor, people had a lot to say about him.
About this part of him.
That specifically the iris area of him not looking like an iris area.
So we took an iris area like that and had transplanted it onto the wrinkly, grubby larva mask.
Yeah. But I mean, it's.
And then we cast it also in a like super soft silicone. Yeah, we use 2 different grades of silicone here. One's a little bit harder than the other one. For a big mask, we'll use the super soft stuff. So it was just stretchy.
He's just making it worse.
It's fine.
And he's just making I mean, that's probably the most like obscure, strange thing we've done. I mean,
and that was recently too.
That was within the last year. We've gotten requests for just. We've done an imp with like super long, crazy ears and nose and just like long features, and I was like, okay, that's a little weird. And then the everything famine, when it had all those add-ons, we're like, okay, that's pretty weird. So there are different things that strike as weird in different ways. But yes,
we see just about every kind of paint scheme come through. So like every shade of human and creature and stuff like that. And so that's always kind of fun, just kind of seeing what people do with the different characters. Like, what are you going to use that mask for? But everyone has their purpose.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love
it. Dennis Williams asks, are you going to have any new natural human masks in the near future?
Yeah, so right now we're reworking our female core. Once the female core is done, which I was just talking with our general manager on Friday before the end of the day, and he's getting really close to getting it perfected. We'll do a couple of new female masks. Also, so I have a list of a few sculpts that are in line. In that line is a humanoid, but it's going to have a couple of modifications. It won't be a full realistic mask. We have a pretty extensive catalog of realistic guys, including multiple variations. So like our Mac the Guy, we have a version 1 and a version 2 of him. We have Jay, we have Remy the Stranger, we have all these different guys. Check out our realistics. Is there a particular realistic style that you would love to see? Let us know. I'd be happy to make another realistic one. Our latest one that we came out with was Gunslinger. And on the catalog, he's kind of designed to have a mustache, but you can also order that guy without a mustache.
Yeah, he's kind of a rough around the edges kind of guy. Obviously, Gunslinger.
Kind of a middle-aged.
From like the Old West kind of cowboy-ish kind of guy. But we wanted to create a little bit more unnatural characters. But I mean, if there's a want and a need for a different kind of natural character, we're all ears.
We do like being a kind of a creature company. We'll do the realistics. In fact, for a short period of time, we had a specific line of realistics that were kind of to help it out in the medical field. Some of those are still in our catalog that you can look up. But the realistic ones. Once you kind of have a male and female of every age range, there's not a whole lot of other areas to go.
All right. Well, I think that those are all the questions we have. I guess right now, do you have any things you want to promote, or where can we find you at? Where can people find any cool new news about you guys and everything else?
Well, obviously, we want to make sure that everybody comes and sees us at Fear Expo. We're really excited about our suite that we have over there that you're all building for us. We're really excited about the class that Josh is offering on how to incorporate the silicone masks into your events. But outside of that, of course, you can always find us on our website at cfxmasks.com or compositeffects.com, all spelled out. You can find us on Facebook.
Not composite FX, composite effects.
Yeah. I don't think I have it on my shirt. Usually I have the one that has the website on it. You can find us on Facebook at Composite Effects. You can find us on Instagram at CFX Masks, on Twitter and on YouTube. We are CFX Unmasked. And of course, on our CFX lives that we do on all of our channels, including our Twitch, which is CFX Masks.
Perfect. Well, we actually are going to give away $100 for someone to use at Fear Expo for CFX.
Yes.
So what we do is every Sunday we do this live event with a Q&A, and we have our spotlight. And this week, with it being CFX, we decided to take that $100 and have it directed directly towards your company. So when whoever I draw out of this popcorn bucket that's getting really full, when a buyer signs up, we add them to the bucket. And right now, it looks like next week we're going to have a larger bucket. And so I'm going to draw a name, and then that person will get $100 off a mask through CFX.
Hey.
All right, I'm trying to reach in here. All right, let's see who we got.
Drum roll.
So we have from Factory of Fear. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, this one here. This is from Sweden, and it's I apologize. That's the one who won last week. I drew him again.
Double Paul.
All right, double poll. Here we go. From Slaughterhouse, Andrew Oakden, Oakden. Oakden. Thank you. From Slaughterhouse.
Andrew, awesome.
He has just won $100 off a CFX mask to be used at Fear Expo. So perfect.
Nice.
Well, that on top of the Fear Expo discount will get you right in the range of something pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we really appreciate Tabitha and Josh coming in and being our vendor spotlight for today. You took a lot of pressure off me. I didn't have to answer any questions today.
Not a problem. We like doing it. That's what Tabby and I are here for.
Absolutely.
And we're excited, and we hope to have you back. This is something we're going to continue throughout the year. And the big thing behind Fear Expo is it's all about the vendors and all about the attraction owners. We want to bring them together and help people out who are having a little bit of a difficult time getting through this pandemic. And we know that it's tough out there. So anything that we can do to help out, we appreciate all the vendors that are stepping up and helping the haunt owners and escape owners. And all the haunt owners and escape owners who are signing up to really, promote all the vendors and buy stuff and get 2021 going in the right direction. So.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for putting this all together and making it a really cool event. We're excited for it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we have a rule that we have to stop by 7 because I got to get Chris back to work building booths.
Oh, thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
We do have some surprises coming up Wednesday. We have a special drawing that we have on Wednesday. We're only going to go live for about a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. And we are making a brand new announcement that none of the vendors know about, none of the haunt owners know about, but it's probably one of the biggest announcements we're going to have for Fear Expo, and you guys are going to love it. So super excited. Wednesday, we're going to roll it out. Tabitha and Josh don't even know about it yet.
I was going to say, I can't wait. I'll be tuning in.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. Definitely make sure you share this live Q&A. CFX, make sure you go check out their website. Get ready to do some orders. Let's support them, and let's support the haunt community.
Let's get you in some of these masks.
We're ready for you.
Well, especially the butthead one. I mean, that's kind of metaphoric. You could really tell someone they got their head up. Never mind. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone watching today. Thanks again to Tabitha and Josh. And thanks a lot, Chris. Great job reading the questions.
Bye.
Have a great day.